All right, let's put this thing on airplane mode so nobody's bothering us. Let's just put that right there. I'm always worried that the sound is going to be affected by some garbage coming in or whatever. Should we put on a sweater? No, this is fine, right? This makes sense. We don't need to go that above and beyond. Can I read? Let's see if I can read this. Because I thought it was kind of funny to open up the whole thing. Most of us know about ChatGPT. If you don't, you should probably be well versed in it and you should be using it. It's free. There is obviously a paid version, ChatGPT 4, but you can use 3.5. It's free and it's pretty incredible. Welcome to the Honestly I Don't Know podcast, where transparency meets uncertainty and where honesty reigns supreme. I am your host. I'm Nick Brengle. And on today's episode, we haven't been here in a while, but we're diving into the unknown. You know, since the last time you've seen me, probably things have happened. I've been on sort of a journey of just not uploading, and it's not really anything in particular. It was an unofficial break, I think, from YouTube. Not completely away from YouTube, but just I think let's take a look at the last uploads actually, because I wanted to kind of walk through this with you guys. So yeah, thank you for being here. If you're watching this and you do know who I am and you're already subscribed, I would think that we have dialogue together. But if you're new, this could be a little odd. So maybe go watch some of my other content before considering, subscribing or, getting involved in whatever's happening here, because you might be a little bit lost. I don't know, because you haven't, if this was the very first video you watched on my channel, that would be, it could be good, I guess, depending on who we are here. All right, let's go to my channel here. Nick Brengle is the channel because you're already on it. We hit 7,000 subscribers. Wait a second. We hit 7,000 subscribers, and I have talked about this a lot on this channel that it was never about the numbers. It's never about how many subscribers and likes and comments and everything. All of that is just kind of a necessity to grow a channel, to grow a community. And the editing and the thumbnails and the videos and the content, everything combined is all just a big gamble and a game of chance that not only YouTube will help, push out your videos to places where people that you want them to watch and come back time and time again, that you hope that they're doing that, or at least you're hoping that you're putting the correct titles and thumbnails and tags and all of that SEO stuff in your videos so that people will come and you'll somehow create some sort of success on YouTube. And everybody measures that success very differently. There's some people that get very discouraged early on, and their channel doesn't grow and they can't figure out what it is that is they're hitting a brick wall. And I have recently, this is kind of where I want to start the podcast, but I want to get to the videos first, like where I've been. And so, back in December, many of you, well, not many of you, because it only has 160 views, but the Brengle Christmas special was kind of the last legitimate upload, I think, on my channel. And that was, I can't say enough how much fun that was to make with friends and with my wife, and just writing it and making it and putting it out there for friends and family and all of you that paid attention to it. So that was a lot of fun. And the only other upload was a month ago, and this is a really weird video that I would put out, but it was just a capture from my iPhone 13 mini at the Patrick Watson concert here in DC. And Patrick Watson is just, if I have to make a list of the most inspirational human beings that I don't know personally, he is going to be up there, up there with almost Jesus, really. He is just he's unbelievable. And the concert was just, it didn't fail at all. It didn't disappoint. That's what I want to say. It didn't disappoint in any way. Are we still recording? We're still recording. I believe we're in focus. It looks like there was a fire or maybe somebody was cooking, but we actually just used the smoke thing or whatever. And Yeah, and I just got a haircut. Some of you haven't seen. Actually, I'm going to put up pictures and things, so you're going to see. I got my haircut today, literally making this video just before I got my haircut. So yeah, this is the honestly, I don't know what we're doing. I'm all over the place here, but those were the last uploads. And I don't know. I think going, into December with the holidays, and I just got finished with a really big editing project on top of some other things that I was also working on. And I think that kind of helped me to step back from YouTube for a couple of months. And I know that kind of sucks. Some of you maybe didn't notice at all, or just there wasn't any uploads, and I apologize for that. There was no announcement. It was just kind of like, all right, let's take a little break from uploading content, but there is a lot of things coming down the pipeline, and there's some people I need to speak with offline and off of the camera, and figure some things out here. But we hit 7,000 subscribers, which honestly, from day one is absolutely insane. Like, I think if I would have hit just 5,000 at any point, that would have been like a million to me. So hitting 7 and thinking like the next milestone is 10 is pretty awesome. So thank you for all of you that are subscribing and watching my content, especially just the hello? Hello? Oh, you came back? Well, we were rudely interrupted by Mrs. Brengle, but we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide. She was going to get a haircut. She went at the wrong time, and things happened. So, anyway, where were we? We were talking about this channel, the 7,000, the 10,000, and that will be great. If we, obviously, if this channel, it has, trickled slowly and slowly as it's grown over the years. And that's been intentional. I've kind of kept the same ideas intact from when I started to take the channel seriously, as far as, uploading content that I want to make, things that I want to share, being transparent about how I color grade and edit videos, and talking about gear and being a minimalist, and just all of those things. I don't see why I won't continue to, sprinkle in all of those types of ideas. And I think that doing this unofficial podcast that has kind of just comes whenever I feel like making one. I'd say that I would like to continue to do that, like trickle those in, because this is kind of easy. It's not a crazy setup, and I can just sit here and fill you in on a bunch of random things. But I have a few different notes that we'll get to. But the first thing I want to get to is what I've been putting a lot of my free time, besides work and life and everything else, into. And part of the step away from the Nick Bringle channel for a couple of months and letting it just kind of marinate for a while, because like many of you know, I have so many videos on here that are able to be refreshed kind of over and over, and I'm able to look at those analytics and see, old dehancer videos, old color grading videos that are continuing to grow and bring people to the channel. And that's something that's just like a free tip that any of us should know, is to make the content that you want to make on YouTube, and be yourself, but also know that you're going to need a couple of things that you'll drop in there that brings people, in that wouldn't normally come. The people looking to learn something or need help with DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, dehancer, lighting, whatever it is, you want those people to come back. So you have to trickle in some of that stuff that is a little more bland, I guess is the word, just straight to the point and not as artistic or fun. And to hope that you build a balance of your community. So anyway, I've talked, actually, if you go back 3 months ago to the last Honestly, I Don't Know podcast, I did mention this, and I actually was wearing this same shirt, but a different color. So I think that's kind of fun. That's totally not intentional at all. But if we go back to that podcast 3 months ago, I talked a little bit about a video game called DayZ that I played, and I'm not going to get into all the details of what it is. You can go do that. I'm here to talk more about the YouTube side. So I have a YouTube channel dedicated to that game because I play it a lot. It's an online game. You play with other real people in an open world environment. It's a very violent game. It's military simulation slash survival, apocalyptic times, and all of that. And if you know about it, then I don't really need to explain that much. But you might want to go check this out after the fact. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to go see that exact content. So I have had a channel called Bonehead DayZ, and I've had it for a couple of years. But up until September of last year, it was really just for me and the guys that I played with, and I would just upload edits because that's what I do. So I thought it'd be fun to, make some content. And there's so many great gaming creators out there, live streamers, and if you don't know about that world, it's pretty incredible. And there's a lot of different people out there doing a lot of cool stuff. Like if it's a game that you play, there's probably somebody making content and putting it on YouTube, or Twitch, and they're live streaming. And so when I bought a PlayStation 5 in September, I said to myself, okay, I'm going to spend all this money on this console. I'm going to start uploading better content from DayZ because I'll be able to record higher quality. And I don't know. I just kind of got what's, for lack of a better term, stick up my butt of just like, let's go see what we could do. Let's have fun with this. It's a channel that was sitting at like 100 subscribers because, again, didn't really care about the thumbnails or the descriptions or anything. I just put stuff out there. It didn't matter. None of it mattered. And but then I started to upload and actually put effort into what I was doing. So the descriptions, the tags, I made this very unique, specific AI-generated intros that I made from scratch using Midjourney and Runway and all kinds of sound effects, and playing the game in a very specific style as well that is different maybe from other creators. So I was trying to set myself apart from the others to try to gain interest in people coming. And so very different from this channel, again, way like just incredibly different. But I just want to give you some numbers. First of all, go to the channel, Bonehead Did. There'll be a link down below somewhere. If you want to subscribe to that, you can. If you want to, watch those, it's a very different Nick Brengle. It's not Nick Brengle, it's Bonehead. And it's obviously not about filmmaking or anything like that, but you might see kind of a different side of me, but also the same kind of humor, the same kind of the way I carry myself. So I want to go ahead and just show you here, or not show you, I'll just tell you, but lifetime. So the channel launched back in February of 2021, and up until literally, September 8th, I believe, September 3rd, somewhere in there of last year, it sat at like 100 subscribers. It was something crazy. It was just sitting there, right? Well, from September, October, November, December, and it's February 12th when we're recording this, I just hit over 1,600 subscribers, and it has been absolutely insane. I am uploading YouTube Shorts. I'm uploading long-form content, different types of gameplay, and different types of servers. It's a whole world that you might not know about, but it's been a lot of fun, and it's given me this very different creative outlet from what we do here on this channel, and it's been a lot of fun because I've just been able to play a game and use all the tools and talents that you see here and translate it to the Bonehead channel. And I've also met some really cool people, and I'm now kind of leaning into helping some of these other gaming creators out on the technical side and on the back end of just how is this channel growing so fast? Like, what are you doing correctly? And just taking all of the tips and things knowledge that I have from this channel and all the years of YouTube and being involved in marketing and yada, 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 all of that. It helps with this channel. So it's kind of like this little experiment, even though I'm doing it. It's not an experiment at this point, but the channel's great. I highly recommend that you go check it out. If anything, just to, you get to hear me in a very different manner, and a different stage, basically a very different stage. And so yeah, Bonehead DayZ, go check that out. And so that's really been something I've been doing a lot lately. And yeah, I mean, I have actual goals with this channel. It's like I want to hit 5,000 subscribers in like the next 6 months. That would be incredible, and I think we could do it. I think it's possible. So that is going on. And we talked. What else we got here? We talked about the Patrick Watson concert, the video that I uploaded. The concert was incredible. What else has happened? I went to a hockey game since you've seen me, because I'm a huge Tampa Bay Lightning fan, and anytime they come to DC to play the Capitals, I always go. So my wife and I were there, and right on the glass, and we get to see our boys, skating around and playing, and we won, so that was nice. What else? We went to Alabama a few weeks ago to my brother-in-law, whose name is also Nick. He is in the Army, and he is a pilot. He was graduating from pilot school, and he is flying the C-12, the Huron, which from my limited knowledge is like a surveillance plane that does all kinds of top secret stuff. So pretty impressed and proud of him, because I've known him since he was like just a little guy. Now, as you can see, he's much larger than I am, as most people end up being. So so that was a lot of fun. Got to spend time with him and his wife and our niece and my sister-in-law, and just have a good time in good old Alabama. And then we came home and we were sick for like a whole week, so of course that wasn't fun. But yeah, in the month of January, we did only Spanish television, which was fun. So we didn't watch any like new movies or anything like that, because we were just watching things in Spanish. So we watched like we pretty much watched every Pixar movie that you could watch in Spanish, which I also recommend. I think it's actually even better than it is in English, and you learn all kinds of weird facts, like Toy Story, the guy who does the voice for Buzz Lightyear, which is, Tim Allen, the same guy, he does the voice for anything Spanish that is Tim Allen's character. So not just Toy Story, but other, projects and things, which I thought was kind of a neat thing. So just kind of looking into, who you always just think it's just fly by night, whoever, like, oh, they just get anybody to do the voiceovers. And these are real actors. They're not just anybody. So so we did that. But now we're moving into February, which the Oscars are March 10th. So February is Oscar month. We got to catch up on a lot of movies. And actually, I've pulled up here the nominees so I can kind of go over some of it and like what I've seen and what I think is happening. First of all, I do think Oppenheimer is going to win Best Picture. I just think it's a no-brainer. I can't imagine, where's Best Picture? Do they even have it on here? They don't even care because they already know. Is it at the end? Picture of the year. Yeah, Oppenheimer. We just watched The Holdovers, which was really good, with what's the guy's name? I'm trying to remember it without looking it up. Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti was really great. It's a good movie. I recommend that one. Barbie was great. It was solid. It was funny. Oppenheimer, of course. Past Lives was really, really, really good. It's a Korean film, Korean Canadian film technically, and that one is pretty powerful and tells a really good story. I'm excited to see The Zone of Interest. That's one that I really want to watch, and Poor Things, but haven't been to the theater to see these. I'm going to wait till they're on streaming, which they will be before the Oscars at some point. So we'll kind of have to slowly watch these as they go. One of the sleepers, I think, for us is in the foreign film category, and that was, of course, I'm not going to be able to, where is it? Screenplay, visual effects, sound, production, picture. Really, they don't even have it in the international. Yeah, here we go. Society of the Snow. You guys got to see this one. It actually came out a few years ago, but I'm not exactly sure how it works with the Academy and how movies can be nominated even though they were released. There's something. Maybe it was released in Spain, but it didn't come out in America, the States, till the next year. That's a true story of a plane crash in Argentina. Was it Chile, something like that? Anyway, go watch that. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. It's definitely on Netflix. It's phenomenal and it's super powerful. It's long. It's a very long film, but it is. It'll it's one of those kind of life changing ones. You have a different perspective on some things after you watch it. So yeah, I'm sure there's some other things about the Oscars. I don't know. That's just it's the Oscars. Curb Your Enthusiasm just started up for their final season, so I've been eager to watch that. Which I need to watch the episode that came out yesterday. I haven't watched that yet. I have been reluctantly watching Oz. I don't know if any of you know about Oz, but it is HBO's original series, like the OG original series that they had in the late 90s. And I think it went into the early 2000s, but it's called Oz. It's about, it's based in a maximum security prison. And it's very much like watching just a bunch of stage plays, hour long stage plays over and over. And there are so many actors in this show that go on to do incredible things. Probably the most prominent, as far as the male characters, is the guy who ends up being the mayhem guy for the whatever insurance commercials. I forgot the guy's name in real life, but he's a main character in it, and he's just so young and kind of ruthless. J.K. Simmons is in it, and he's really good. What's her? Carmela from The Sopranos is a great role. There's just so many people that come in and out of the show, and it's sometimes difficult to watch because it's like very realistic and then at the same time ridiculous. So you kind of have to that's why I mentioned the stage play. I think you have to watch it imagining you're in an auditorium and it's being done on a stage, because it has that feeling, the way it's shot, the way the characters share dialogue. It's very much in that sense. So yeah, I've been watching that. What I have written here: where have I been? Where have I been? Where have you been? So yeah, when it comes to this channel, I have all these things that I want to do. I have all these notes for videos upcoming. I have a possible very big thing coming up. Very big. It's a massive. It's the biggest thing ever. It's not, but with dehancer, they reached out about doing a possible kind of long term or long project with one of their products, and so I'm going to be exploring that. It's going to be a lot of work, a lot of script writing, and speaking of script writing, recently here in beautiful Washington D.C. met some really interesting people, some like-minded artists and filmmakers, and trying to form. It's like something that comes along that could possibly be the thing that you were looking for. And especially if any of you have been following Dick Wengel and Singularity and the different projects that I've been talking about for the last few years that have yet to launch at all because of just being inhibited by just life happening and life events, and then funding these movies and finding the crew and the cast and doing everything, and trying to do it the right way. And so met this group of people. Some of them I had already known, but we're kind of trying to get this like kind of indie film group going, and I see really great potential with some people that I think want to pursue many different forms of production and making a film. So I think there's a definite possibility of some cool things happening, not only not on YouTube, but things you'll see down the road, but even here on YouTube, that I want to try to incorporate and bring some of these people in. Again, another creative outlet for myself, but lifting up others around me, because as I've gotten older, I tend to think more about myself from 10 or 15 years ago, and what were some of the things that kind of held me back from getting to where I am now. I see myself as kind of this is the wrong term to use, but like a slow learner, even though I don't think I'm a slow learner, but just I've taken my time. I've been very patient, and I think doing this type of work not work, pursuing this type of lifestyle is an everyday struggle and everyday grind. And I have to mention, when I talk about those things, how lucky I am to have the most incredible woman in my life who obviously supports everything that I do, and so I'm able to do this and talk to you and make videos and hopefully help bring a little positivity and change to whatever is going on in your life, and maybe give you a tip or a tool here or there that you can go and make something with. And I'm not here to take credit for it. I don't care. I just want people to make stuff because I like making stuff and I like just being myself. So we want everybody to do that, and we want to do it in a positive manner. Yeah, I could keep talking about that all day. I'm gonna sprinkle in here. Maybe I did it at the beginning or the end. I played the guitar for a minute. It wasn't great, but some of you know I play music sometimes. I pick up the guitar. It's kind of my first love. Well, maybe not I guess I still picked up a camera before that. Probably. I don't know. Okay. How long we been going for? Almost 30 minutes. I think that's a good kind of 30 minutes is a good barometer. If you have any questions, please drop them down below. I would love to. I think the one thing that keeps momentum on a channel and keeps people to upload or create content and pushing things out is that engagement with their community. So please don't hesitate. Hate mail, love mail, I don't care. Drop it down below, because I see it as an opportunity to better myself or to help others out, or just answer any weird questions that you have. I don't care. So yeah, go check out Bonehead Daisy. There'll be a description or link below somewhere on here or down there or wherever it is. And I think you'll like it. Just again, you know me here, and I think 99.9% of the people that are watching all that content have no concept of what's going on here on this channel. So you kind of have like a little inside secret of you're like, I know that guy. I've heard that. I've seen this guy. I don't need to. Anyway, so yeah, and then we have to talk about some other stuff for sure, because now I've been sitting here with this Mac Studio big computer for a few months now, and I just finished this massive project editing 8K raw red file footage on it, and so it'd be nice to kind of talk through that a little bit. I won't be able to show you the footage or anything like that. I'll be able to mention what it is, but we'll maybe mess with some other footage and kind of walk through the power and capability of this thing. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I love you. I'm so glad that if you're still watching, because you probably aren't, it's probably like 0.3% of people are still here at the end. So if that's the case, then definitely hit the like button and definitely, share this to your mom or your grandma or your boss or somebody, send the link their way, because there's so much valuable content in this podcast. I've given you just so much knowledge and tools to be just an incredible person out in society, and I take pride in that, and I'm not humble about it. I'll be honest. I don't really care. Okay, I can't keep that up. Okay, have a good one, and honestly, I don't know what the fuck this was, but I don't know what we're gonna do. We're still recording? Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay.